Right now at 6, calling for justice. The family of a man hit by a car during a police chase hires a high-profile attorney to get answers and hold those accountable for what happened.
Growing population, St. Cloud is hoping to add nearly 2,000 homes to their city limits. How the proposed changes could increase your taxes.
Search underway. Sanford police are looking for a man or several men, what they are accused of doing to women.
Quite frankly, I find the thought process of a bear hunt as pretty disgusting. You know, I mean, they essentially have nowhere to go.
What went away years ago could be making a comeback. Why not everyone is on board to allow bear hunting in the Sunshine State.
WESH 2 News starts right now.
We begin at 6 with the grieving family of Gerald Neal pleading for answers and accountability from Orlando police. Neal was killed after being hit by a suspect's car and police truck at the end of a pursuit earlier this month. High-profile civil rights attorney Ben Crump is stepping in to help Neal's family.
Justin Shecker spoke with Crump and Neal's loved ones and has the new response from police. Orlando police have revealed that the unmarked truck did not have a dash camera. Police also say Florida Highway Patrol has requested that they do not make the body camera video public at this time.
The mom of the 10-year-old boy still in critical condition in the hospital tonight has pleaded not guilty to child abuse charges. Kimberly Mills entered that not guilty plea last night. She and Andre Walker brought that child to Advent Health Waterman over the weekend. Police say doctors noticed severe bruising and burn marks across the boy's body. Mills is accused of child abuse. Walker already pled not guilty to charges as well, an accessory after the fact for aggravated child abuse. Tina Algio, the woman charged with shooting and killing a man during a road rage encounter in December, made her first appearance in court on the new murder charge. Her court appearance lasted less than 2 minutes, and the state requested she remain held with no bond. Today, which the judge granted. Algio is now charged with second-degree murder. State Attorney Monique Worrell says after seeing video of the shooting, she decided to present the case to a grand jury. However, attorney Mark O'Mara, representing Algio, wants Worrell's office to show this video proving this was a murder case. A pretrial hearing is now set for March 4th, but Algio's attorney says he'll be out of state, so there is a chance we could see a delay.
Now covering Seminole County, where the search continues right now for a man or men who are trying to follow young girls home from school in Sanford. Sanford police say this person or people has been driving up to young women and saying really vulgar things to them. It's happened 5 times in just the last 4 days. The suspect has been described as thin, having no facial hair, long, wavy to his ears, and is wearing sunglasses. Police have also given a vehicle description. It's a newer model silver 4-door. It has an aftermarket spoiler, tinted windows, and a pink license plate cover. If you have any information, you are asked to call police immediately.
Orange County's comptroller is criticizing a contract by county government that he says grossly overpaid for services to seniors. WESH News was the first to report the audit came out this morning. It shows the 2023 contract was worth $250,000 and was not initially put out for a competitive bid. It paid $1,600 for 8 hours of basic computer and smartphone instruction to a total of 162 seniors. The contract was 573% more expensive than a similar contract that was awarded back in 2016. The classes were taught at 8 different locations, including the Pine Hills Community Center. The contract was awarded by the county's Community and Family Services Department, but the comptroller says there was no formal request for quotes, which is standard before such contracts are typically awarded. The money was paid to a nonprofit called From the Heart Charitable Foundation. The foundation president is Keita Bracey. She's the wife of former Orange County Democratic State Senator Randolph Bracey.
That the county is incorrect, that they're wrong. So you asking me, do I dispute it or do I feel? It's not even about what I feel. It's about the facts. The facts clearly show that it was per class.
The question is called a so-called sole source contract. It's done without competitive bidding in special cases when it's believed only one vendor can do the job. Reach out to the mayor's office to find out more about this odd and expensive contract. We'll provide an update once we get a response.
The city of St. Cloud is looking to annex land, and it could impact 2,000 homes.
WESH News' Lorna Munoz is in St. Cloud for us with more on what this could mean for residents and their wallet.
After months of frustration and protests, the paid parking program in Venetian Bay was halted, but the battle isn't over. Right before a special magistrate hearing, GeoSam, the developer, finally decided to shut the program down. Parking is once again free. However, Ken Gargilo, who is the owner of Bistro 424 and also president of the Town Center Association, says they have a lawyer. And while Gargilo says they were initially suing to have the parking program dismantled, now it's about preventing this from happening again.
We're continuing with our fight because, again, the street is supposed to be owned by our association. The pool and the parking lot is supposed to be owned by the HOA, the master HOA. So that's still our fight and the easement rights to it.
According to the city, the only way the paid parking program can be reinstated is if the city and developer amend the original agreement that has been in place since Venetian Bay was built. We have reached out to the developer's attorney for a comment, but have not yet heard back. Today, Chief Financial Officer Jimmy Petronis announced legislation to protect Florida homes from hurricanes and also severe weather.
The proposed legislation will create the My Safe Florida Home Trust Fund. Petronis says this is designed to allocate critical resources towards hardening our communities and ensuring the safety of Floridians during storm events. The trust fund will be funded by allocating 5% of sales tax dollars generated from hurricane-impacted counties.
In Brevard County, Chopper 2 flew over the scene of a brush fire this afternoon. Take a look. You can see the flames and the smoke pouring into the sky here. Now, this is north of the Buck Lake Wildfire Management Area, northwest of Mims. According to the Florida Forestry Service's website, this is about 200 acres large, and it is only about 30% contained right now. They do not appear to be any homes or any other buildings in danger at this point. No word just yet on what may have started this fire.
Main Street in Daytona Beach is filling up fast for Bike Week, and safety is a top priority.
Still ahead tonight, how police are gearing up and the other plans the chief says the department has in place to keep you safe.
Plus, bear hunting could be making a return in the Sunshine State. Next at 6, why everyone is not on board with the idea of bringing it back. Tony.
And Stu, getting back to that big smoke plume now in the Brevard County. Right now the smoke is headed east, but later on tonight as the winds turn more towards the northwest, smoke will head south, impacting Mims and Titusville. We'll let you know if there's any rain in sight to put the squelch on any of these brush fires.
WESH 2 celebrates Black History Month.
The Chitlin Circuit. It shaped America's music as we know it.
During segregation, black performers were barred from playing in white-owned venues.
But that didn't stop the music. It led to the creation of the Chitlin Circuit, a network of black-owned venues where legendary artists like James Brown, Cab Calloway, and Tina Turner all got their start.
WESH 2 celebrates Black History Month.
It has been close to 10 years since bear hunting has been allowed here in the state of Florida, but now the possibility of it happening again and possibly this year is being considered.
As WESH 2's Michelle Meredith reports, the move has rallied people on sides on the controversy.
Riders are already rolling into Volusia County for Bike Week. Hundreds of thousands of people are expected, which is great for business, of course, but also means law enforcement is working overtime right now. Daytona Beach Police Chief Shakari Young says his officers will be everywhere. FDOT is also working to clean up the roads and limit distractions. They have some ongoing construction projects on A1A that will be paused at least until Bike Week is over. There will also be road closures and detours on roads that usually see very heavy Bike Week traffic. But despite all of these measures, the chief's message to riders is to be patient and do not let it get violent.
You have a lot of people with different various levels of experience on motorcycles, so everybody's not going to go at the same pace.
Main Street and a section of Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard will be closed for cars and restricted to only motorcycles Friday all the way through March 9th.
And let's talk now about that Bike Week forecast with Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. Tony, the next few days for bikers are going to be perfect out there.
Oh, man, I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of folks coming in from up north that are just not going to want to leave. Let's start with that 7-day forecast, too, and that's why he's smiling. Look at those temperatures here. In Orlando in the mid-70s, up towards Daytona, just a few degrees cooler, but really overall a fantastic forecast right through Monday, low humidity. The winds of change start arriving Tuesday into Wednesday, and then a front arrives Wednesday night and Thursday that could impact the first round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. And then we'll talk about much cooler weather behind that storm system late next week. Let's take a look at the weekend weather. Perfect for the fairs, for the bike Rikers, and then the warm-up by the middle of next week. Let's take a look now at the sun setting up in Ocala. Gorgeous shot right there. New Smyrna Beach 72. Orlando coming in at 77, and the Kennedy Space Center right at about 72 degrees. So there's the smoke. You can see the breeze working on through, and then later on tonight, once the front comes through, the smoke is going to be blown more towards the south and the east. We'll have to watch that in response to this little feature right here, which is coming through the Great Lakes. It's going to spoke through a cold front, a very quiet front, nonetheless, our way, that's coming through Mobile, Alabama right now. There are some clouds that will be on the increase here the next couple of hours. And unfortunately, with this front, there's not a whole lot of rain, which we really could use. We did get a little bit of good news there. With the rain last week, we've taken out the orange or the moderate drought from St. Cloud to Kissimmee, but we still have plenty of moderate drought here across Central Florida. So let's take a look now at that forecast for Daytona Beach. 7 o'clock temperature 73, down to about 65 there as we get you into the middle of the evening. And I tell you what, not a bad looking night. 52 in Ocala, 55 Ashtabula, Claremont coming in at 56, down towards Melbourne 57. Out the door temperature in Palm Coast right at about 56 degrees. A look at future cast showing maybe a little bit of patchy ground fog up there in Marion. I think the winds are going to be too strong though for that. And as we get you into the afternoon tomorrow, picture perfect. Hard to even find a cloud by mid to late afternoon. Those will start arriving again as we head into the upcoming weekend. Some high, thin cirrus clouds. But look at these temperatures. Perfect. Right where they should be. Chamber of Commerce type of day. Up towards the north and the east, towards the coast there, will be in the upper 60s to the lower 70s. And as we take a look at that 12-hour forecast for Daytona Beach as we kick off Bike Week, upper 60s to right around the 70-degree mark. Water temperatures, by the way, are chilly up there, 60 to 63. High tides coming in at about 8:50 in the morning. Over towards the attractions we head, we are looking golden, beautiful afternoon sunshine. And as you take a look at the forecast for the weekend, comfortably cool both Saturday and Sunday as we have that north wind. Let's take a look at the Bike Week forecast, 68, 74, and 70. And then for Monster Jam, Saturday night, check this out, 73 for the pit party, 74 at 5, and 70 at 7. On into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday now. Things are fairly quiet. Deep easterly flow could muster up a couple showers there by Tuesday. And then the storm system here on Wednesday will arrive Wednesday night on into Thursday, giving us the chance for a stronger round of some rain late Wednesday night and Thursday. So in the short range, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we are looking absolutely golden. The afternoon highs will be in the 70s. Overnight low temperatures will be in the 50s. Perfect night to be checking out some basketball. Let's check in with Darren.
Yeah, hey, Tony, we're live downtown at the Kia Center as the Magic get set to host the Golden State Warriors. Of course, the Magic coming off a 40-point loss at home to the Cavaliers. But, hey, this guy, Magic superstar Paolo Banchero, said something has to change. We'll see if it does tonight against the Warriors. Sports is next.
WESH 2 Sports is sponsored by Mullinax Ford, Florida's largest Ford retailer. For upfront pricing and no dealer fees, shop Mullinax where car buying is simple, easy, fun. Now, WESH 2 Sports, sponsored by Mullinax Ford.
Still battling ill over body and Darren Stoltz. So sports comes to you live tonight from downtown Orlando, the Kia Center, where the Orlando Magic are trying to find their way back to playing the type of basketball they were earlier in the season. The Magic coming off a 40-point blowout loss to the Cavaliers. Now, head coach Jamal Mosley said this team still has plenty of fight, but he also said they have to trust the process. They have to trust the work that they've put in. Of course, the Arnold Palmer Invitational gets underway a week from tonight. All right, as for tonight, we'll have full coverage from the Magic and the Warriors coming up at 10 and 11 for now. That's it for sports. Live downtown, I'm Darren Stoltzfus. More news on the other side of the break.
We have several stories we're following for you tonight at 7.
We are keeping an eye on the investigation into the mysterious deaths of actor Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog. Plus, the measles outbreak out west is spreading. What you need to know about how dangerous the disease can be to humans.
Remember, WESH News is always online at WESH.com.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching WESH 2 News at 6. NBC Nightly News is next, followed by WESH 2 News at 7.